We now have a statement read on behalf of the student body of the University of Liberia by a student.
Mr. President, our presence here today is significantly indicative of our unyielding quest for the peaceful resolution of the present situation in the country. We as students are closely affected, either directly or indirectly, as a result of the December 24 rebel incursion. Therefore, as the hopes and aspirations of our parents, we feel the hope to petition the government to do everything within its power to ensure that the present crisis is peacefully resolved, preferably through a round-table discussion. We entertain the conviction that amidst gunfires, no one is prepared to listen to the other. And where there is misunderstanding, peace can never prevail. Thus, we are calling on our brothers in arms to advance their cause before a negotiating table for an amicable discussion. While we stand unqualified to dwell into the demerits as well as merits of the prevailing situation, we do know very well from the teaching of history that the end result of any armed struggle is untold suffering for the vast majority of the people. My fellow countrymen, Liberia is our motherland. Therefore, our political sovereignty must be highly refined. We are fully aware that the present political turmoil has become symptomatic of the rich social separation which might perpetuate a lot of prejudice. We have come here today to join the national government in reconciling those antitheses of love and sensuality. Our dynamic president, we feel that Liberia is a free nation. We have fought for the total emancipation of this country from colonial oppressors. Therefore, we must reconcile those forces that will destabilize the democratic nature of our native land. We have seen the popular need to consolidate the maximum efforts to call for an immediate resolution of the armed struggle, which has brought an intriguing setback against the colorful backdrop of this noble society. The seeds of love must be implanted on the fertile soil of our mental bank to change an untimely and unprecedented explosion which hatred and malice are now ready to trigger. The embodiment of the Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, must now take complete control and dominion over the naive mind of men who today are like children struggling over toys. Very importantly, let me now use this forum to again caution our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, that we cannot afford to treat this situation with carelessness and fun. We must explore all peaceful avenues to resolve this big indifference. Our dauntless and ever-conscious-minded president, our presence here today signifies to the world that what is happening in our country, Liberia, is dissatisfactory and destructive. We have come here in order to appeal to you and your able lieutenants alongside with the rebels to lay down their arms so that peaceful negotiation could be held. At this junction, Mr. President, let me hasten to dispel the notion that we are not power-drunk students who are geared toward the accomplishment of their own exploitative selfish good interests at the detriment of Liberian people. But rather, it is contingent upon the details of our conscience and our resolute commitment in the maintenance of peace in Liberia. As conscious-minded university students, we are cognizant of the fact that it is not a time that Liberians subscribe to the realist political school of thought which gives credence to brutality against morality and compassion. Let me emphasize in a public manner that there are rooms for peaceful dialogue of issues rather than resorting to unnecessary wars which has claimed the lives of many innocent people. Please be reminded, my fellow Liberians, There is a need for positive development and not destruction. We need to build on old foundations but not to demolish them. For posterity will judge us wrong for our own destructive actions. Finally, we supplicate the omnipotent Allah to bestow upon you, Mr. President, His immense blessing as we endeavor to cater to the need and aspiration of the Liberian people. Thank you very much.
We now have a statement of solidarity and support to Dr. Kanyon Doe, President of the Republic of Liberia, read by Honorable P. Ronald Sapla, Chairman Organizing Committee of this demonstration.